All right, I'm back. I was at my mom's house and she came out and I was talking to her. Uh, but anyways, so I got caching implemented, and I also got this class which makes API responses very convenient for me. So I'm just migrating all the routes we have so far to it. So look, you can see we can return an error response. The user cannot be found in the database. Hold on, let's try to see what happens when we do the get. Uh, Grab this. Boom, boom, boom. So we get status error. The message is the user cannot be found in a database, and we could rewrite the API helper in our bot class to follow this. So the status is error. Um, yeah. Okay. So let's make sure. So we do it for here too. And look, so success response user as dick and cache response is true. Um, so like let's get a real user. And boom. I'm pretty sure this is cached. I will double check that later. What if we can update the balance yet? That's alright. That's alright. Okay. Alright, so we were updating the profiles. So we got this one done. If identifier not in data or name not in data, we return an error. And a profile with this name already exists. Otherwise, we'll return a response. Profile is a response. So I feel like this is much more convenient and also much cleaner. Return success response profile as div. Okay, I actually wanted to change this because how this looks on our browser. Let's see here. So let's go to API web caller. We'll do profiles user. So this looks like this. I wanted to have it sorted by the ID, and then the ID would give you the name, degree, and then the outro. So hold on. We'll do return success response profiles. So for profile ID equals profile. I don't know why, but I feel like that would be much cleaner. Or maybe we could just keep it how it is. Some profiles. Then it'll give you ID, name, outro. Let me see. That might be nicer, matter of fact. this. We can just remove that. So far, this API is coming together nicely, real nicely. Oh my goodness. So profiles, profile ID equals profile is dict, and then return profiles.
Return success response. No data, just a message. From the database. And we delete profiles by their ID, just in case. So we now have a non-null constraint, or we have a unique constraint on the profile name, and that's because we established a foreign key field with the user. So one user could have a default profile and another user could have a default profile. But if they try to create another default profile, we're not gonna let them. I want to start working on the slave when I'm at home. And we're gonna have to do a lot with the slave. The slave's gonna handle the audio, or it's gonna handle hosting the audio. Yeah, and it's gonna handle making the calls and all that. Alright, so let's see what we have. We have to push. Excuse that. There we go. Okay. So let's see. Profile. Okay. This is just updating the API. Update API. This is gonna be much nicer to maintain in the future. I can already feel it. Docker logs nginx. I keep forgetting the name of that. It's not web, it's API. I might change that to web. Keep it at API. So, alright. I don't know if we did SSL on stream yesterday, but we got SSL going, man. I'm pretty happy about that. We running? Yeah, we are. It's on the latest. Yep. Okay. So now we can do boom. Okay, so that's good. Oh, we actually want to cache some of those responses too. So for example, a response we could cache is user profiles. We probably cache this one. Cache response true. And we'll probably cache this one. No, we won't cache the get profile by ID, but we will cache the user profiles. And create profile, we don't need to cache that, really. All right, we got the delete route now. So let's see here. We actually have to rework the API class in my bot. So return response JSON. So for example, get users is different now. So let's print this out. Print get user response. User response is user response. Let's make sure this is on the latest. Do we push everything? What's the change here? Is it just a space? Okay, we'll cache that. Yes, cache response. Now let's go ahead, git pull, stop, start. 3 seconds, 3-second deployment. All right, so let's look at here. All we want to do is do /start or something. Start. Okay, is user status. Okay, we never even got to get user because of this. So status equals response get status return false. Okay, let's delete myself from the database real quick. It's saying it's true because it's cached. Now what's the default timeout for a cache? Cache default timeout. It's 60. Why the fuck does it say 300 here? So it updated in like a minute, which is fine. That's completely fine. Let's see. It's 6:50. What do I have to do today? Seems like nothing. I took a 1-week hiatus from the gym. I stopped like seeing gains in like my strength. And somebody told me I might have hit a plateau. What he usually does is he stops working out for a week, then he goes back and he's like stronger than ever. I'm gonna try it, see how it is. So I think I start going back to the gym on Monday. If I'm not mistaken. Default timeout for cache is 60. Since we're using simple cache, once I redo this, it's probably going to stop or whatever. Alright, so let's see here. So start. Yep, ever the user cannot be found in a database. And we'll do else if status is success. True. See how ChatGPT can help us clean this up. How can we make this more clean and concise? Oh, yeah, that works nice. Just to keep everything consistent, we will do this. Boom, and it just returns there. Yeah, it does. Okay, here we go. So response, return, response. Let's see what they recommend. I wonder if they'll just know what I'm talking about. We could just return the response, and then what we call create profile. So we do all this, but what if we could just do, whoops, response equals helpers create profile, message chat ID profile name, if success, we'll do status, response get status, if status equals success. Alright, we'll do if status equals error, message equals response get message, markup, or do text. Anyway, just to keep it consistent. That looks way better. Oh shit, that shit does look cleaner. I ain't even gonna hold you. It might be able to look even cleaner, but no, we'll do if status equals success. Get profiles. I kind of want to see if that create profile works on. Let's see here. Let's do start. I don't have a user. Nice. Let me see. Users, because it's been a minute, so. Oh, we still haven't. Okay, it probably won't let us do it at first. Let me see. Boom. Oh no, it did. Cool. Alright, so start, and then boom, boom. Huh. Oh, right. It probably won't take effect for a minute, so we'll try again at 7 o'clock. Until then, let's see what we could do here. API create profile. This is looking good though, man. API update user. I wonder if it called it. Hold on. Docker logs index. So get. It's just a bunch of gets. No pits. Let me see. Start. I guess it's just a bunch of gets because no, I can't be why. So okay, gets it and then it returns. Okay, now let's look at the start command handler. User equals helpers get user. Oops. I'll do print 0. That should be updated. As 1, none. It returns none. Get user identifier. Print identifier. Curious. Response, get data. Response. Huh? So why is it not? Oh, response status equals success. That's not. That's why. So that should be fine. Boom. Now we should be able to do start. Why are we not able to do start? User parent response. Let's try it again. Start. User response data. Print user. Okay. If not user, return none. Otherwise, we'll return the user. I don't know. Let's see. Start. Alright, so I'm so confused. Why am I not getting my command? Print user. Oh, this is working. If user ID. Let's check our logs, see if get. Okay, call update. So this is fine now. Response data. Return response data. Otherwise, we'll return none. That should be good. So let's see. Are we still printing the user? We print the user, and we print whether we should call the update. Start, call update. So wait, what the fuck is going on? Why am I not getting a message? Let's wrap this up. Accept exception is X, print X. Now, if we don't get an exception, it has something to do with our update user method. Call update. Okay, try. Accept exception is X, print X. Pass. We should still get the message now. Yep. Expecting value line 1, column 1, character 0. The fuck does that mean? Oh yeah, we did change how this works. Update user. Ah, okay. This is gonna be the identifier now. Boom, do that. So confused, but I forgot I made that little update. So boom, start. And now look at what happens when we try to curl. Okay, the username's no, but it shouldn't be like that forever. So we'll check again at 706. But okay, wait, did it call a pit request though? Docker logs nginx git put. Okay, so yeah, put something there. Ooh, I wonder if, let me see. Oh yeah, we should cache that response when we do update user. Yeah, we should cache this because that's the newest response. Okay, so let's see. Cache response when update user. So to boom. I don't know where my mom was at when I said we shouldn't, but I realize now. So let's call this boom. Why can't I go up? So boom, the username is no. What the hell? Let's make sure we're not fucking anything up. User get user identifier. Okay, wait. Update user. So we get the user from the identifier, and then we'll do print new user. User. Print current user. User. User key equals value of API update user identifier user. So boom, users identifier JSON data, and we return that. New user. Let's see here. Boom. Username no. Start. Why is the username none still? Helpers update user. Message from user ID, username. Let me see. Print key, and value. Oh, I see. So, oh, okay. I was not. I don't know how I didn't see this. Username is still no. We cache this response, don't we? Let's print this. New user. User. Update it. User. Let's see here. Start. Detect user. Boom, boom, boom. Username badware. API update user. JSON equals data. Info received updated user. Updated user. Debug. Get stop. Get pull. Start. Data. User data key equals value. User data. User data. Print. Okay. Let's do start. Oh, the username none. Updated. I don't get it. Okay, let's look at this. Docker logs web API. Nginx. Received request to update user. What the fuck is the blueprint? Close all that. This isn't even being logged. We are getting a request, but it's not logging. What? Stop. Get pull. Start. Start. Hey, return success. What the fuck? So boom, put Docker logs API. This shit's not logging. Do we have a logger set up? I'm pretty sure we have a logger set up. We do have a logger set up. No, that's for our bot. How about our API? We have a logger set up. And we have a log file. Let's see. App instance app log. Sudo nano app instance app log. What is going on? Why is it not even logging this? I hope Docker's not being weird with like permissions or something. That would be so fucking yay. I ain't even gonna hold you. That can't be the case. Let me see. Running app. Please don't be the case. Debug. Stop. Ouch. What the fuck was that? Start. Docker logs. API. Man, what? Is the audio folder created? It is. It's not supposed to be there because the audio is going to be hosted on the slaves. But that just goes to show you it's working. Hope you join Outlog. What we do? We do print hello. Stop. Start. Docker logs API. What is going on? Man, this shit making my head hurt. Oh, man.
Okay, I don't know what the issue is. Why is it not printing nothing? try this. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna remove the cache responses for right now. Wait, did that change? Alright, well, that fixed it, but okay. Okay, so it was returning a cached response. That's the issue.
Maybe we're only supposed to do this one, maybe? I'm gonna push it with the same message, fuck it. Okay. Create a new user. Hello, badware. 6, 6. And then we'll do start. Let's look at the log. Okay. I don't know why we're not on HTTPS, but I forgot my fucking password. God damn it. I guess we could change it later. Okay, cool. Alright, we got that working. So we weren't supposed to be caching the get user. We do cache when we update a user though. That makes sense. I was looking at this sample project. It was like a template. Flask template. And I implemented his cache, but I didn't really read all of it. Let's see. That's the only example he has for caching the response. I might add a rate limit. Probably like a rate limit on querying for numbers and whatnot. Alright, but this looks like it works, so let's remove this. We'll do response. We'll probably do something with that later. Do something with that later. Anything I could commit? Oh no, I don't even have this on Git yet. I wanna have a nice working version that can make calls before I deploy it to a server. The API could stay on the server, cause yeah. Man, this is looking fucking good. It's nice, it's fucking responsive, it's fast. Oh, no wonder our code isn't updated. We've been running the bot in production mode the entire time. Why does it still have database things? The bot is just gonna handle the bot, nothing more, nothing less. And what the bot will do, it's gonna communicate with the API. The API will communicate with the slaves, and the slaves will also communicate with the API. Because I think I might have to incorporate some functionality to like send the bot some messages from the API. So like let's say the slave wants to send a message to the bot. I don't want the slave to be interacting with the bot because yeah. Or maybe but no, I think I'll probably just have everything go through the API. Keep it simple. So, whoops. So, the bot talks to the API. Slave will talk to the API. Bot talks to API. API talks to bot. So basically, API something like that.
Yeah, something like that. The bot communicates with the API. So, for example, um, it will query for whether a user exists. I don't know why I'm yawning. I just had some coffee. All right, so what are we doing? I think the profile system is pretty good to go. Well, not good to go because we haven't started on a slave yet. I wonder, how do I want to send messages from the API to the slave? Because I was thinking about just using another REST API, but we could also use like Amazon. We could use SQS, a simple queue source service. And we could just like have the API. We could have a let's see. What would be the most efficient way to send data from the slave to the API? I don't think the API receives data from the bot. Oh well, it does. It will receive data like numbers to call. Yeah, it will receive data from the bot and it will send data to the bot. Yeah, we could do that.
Maybe. What would be the best way to communicate with a slave? Should I use another REST API or should I use Amazon SQS? Okay, so let's look at these pros and cons and we'll determine from there. So the pros of a REST API: straightforward to implement, easy to debug and test, synchronous so you get immediate feedback on requests. It could be less efficient for high volume or long running tasks. Okay. It requires more complex error handling and retries for network issues. SQS Pro is highly scalable and reliable, which is great. It decouples components, making your system more resilient. Built-in support for retries and error handling. Introduces some complexity and implementation. Latency due to the asynchronous nature. Additional costs. Your tasks are short-lived and you need... Wow. My slaves are performing calls with Telnix's API. 10 calls. Okay, let's... Service communicates with the API through REST. Yes. Okay, we'll leave it like that for now. And we'll probably add some examples once I can actually implement some examples. What do I have to push? Let's see here. Okay, we don't want to push that. I don't know why that's doing that, but we will figure that out later. Config. Oh, we have to push this because that log is still there. And then we'll do... Wow. We'll do move audio folder. That is supposed to be set up in a slave. Oh, but wait. We do need a Flask server for the slave because that's how we're going to handle the Telnix webhooks. So we'll do a new project. We'll call it web caller slave. Okay. Web caller slave. No spaces. Main. Okay. So let's see. Flask SQS. How to listen. A separate process that listens to SQS forwarding messages to the Flask app via HTTP. Okay, so main, if name equals boom main task. So let's go to AWS. Am I signed in on any of mine? Yeah, I think I am signed in. Man, okay, probably have 20 minutes in me. I want to ride my motorcycle around for a little bit. Then I'm gonna continue streaming. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see what kind of queues we're gonna need set up. All right, okay, so let's actually figure out how we're going to. Okay, so worker. Okay, the first thing we're gonna want to do, we're gonna create a Docker file. My slave. Let's see. We'll probably just use some inspiration from here. So we're not gonna do anything with the bot for now. We're just going to. Boom. Let's just get this set up. Don't worry about that. So we're gonna delete this. I don't really want that in there. So Docker file. Boom, 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 boom. This all looks good. That's great. So Docker compose. We're going to want to get ngrok set up. Ngrok. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna want Flask because this is also gonna be the user's control panel for if they want to play with their batches or anything. We'll definitely put Flask in. Let's go ahead and start creating up the app. Dev create app. Boom. Flask. We're not gonna have no debug mode because, well, we are gonna have debug mode as a matter of fact. Debug bool. App equals Flask. Return debug. Debug. Return app. Debug mode is gonna help us restrict what the user. Oh, actually. So there's gonna be views in the admin panel that only I want to access, but I'm thinking about putting them behind basic off. It's because I don't want the users touching those pages in general. So we'll do extensions off. Pip install Flask basic off. Flask. Oh wait. Requirements. Flask basic off. Flask admin. Let's refresh. Let's try to run this. Run Docker compose. Cannot now. Okay, let's try it. G unicorn, right. I'm gonna open this in TTY. More comfortable. TTY. Code, not down web caller slave. Docker compose. Up. You still haven't installed G unicorn. I was going through the alphabet in my head trying to figure out G came before F. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So now, what port is this running on? 5500. Nice, admin. So here's our little slave. This is great. So let's think. We got the admin panel. Got basic off. We're not gonna have basic off just yet. But let's see. So how do I want this to work? So yes, we're gonna need a database for this, and this is gonna be Postgres. Okay, so we'll set up Postgres. Why Postgres? Postgres is we're gonna need a lot of concurrency for this, so that's why we're gonna use Postgres. We'll have a DB image Postgres latest. Excuse me, I'm just about to pull up my old project just so we can grab the config from here. Docker compose. So let's see here. Service boom, and we're gonna say the service depends on the database. Web dirty dig down. Let's see. How can I use .env variables in Docker compose .yaml? How did you know? Postgres. We'll do DB user. I'm gonna change this for every goddamn slave I set up. DB name. So for now, DB user equals web caller. We'll just do web. DB password equals dirty cock and yo ass 1221. DB name equals dev. And we had an init.sql script, and I think that just created the great. I have a dot. I'm gonna give you my my password. I also have an init.sql script. I would like to use these variables. And no. scripts thing. And we'll do init.sql. This is the init.sql script, and it's stored in scripts init.sql. Call it init.sh. So we'll do volumes, ports, entry point. Scripts, sh. Docker, entry point, init db, init.sh. sh. Now I want to run this script. Well, I want to run the version of this script. So, don't I have this open in iTerm? I do. So we'll do scripts cp and sh lol. Why are we doing this? Because we're gonna do echo. Let me see. When was there ever an entry point script? What the hell? Oh, Docker entry point .sh. Where does Docker? Oh, okay. Can you write a script that will print the variables we'll do moose lol get variables sh. Actually, we'll put that as init.sh. This should work without much trouble, hopefully. And probably a little bit of trouble. Why did this hang? Okay. Let's see what happens when we try to up the database. Docker compose up DB. Alright, we have to put the volumes down, don't we? We gotta go over here. Docker compose. Volumes, boom. No such file or directory. And scripts. Oh, these are images. Can I just fucking delete all these at once? Why is it being so difficult? Or wait, I think it is deleting all of them. Select all of them. Boom. Okay, now let's try to do Docker compose up db. Permission denied. Okay. Well, that's not saying that the .env couldn't be found. Okay, there's my high. Why was it copying it to there in the first place? Okay. I feel like much better. Let's do H2.
Oh shit! Almost fell. LS scripts. Init SQL. Let's just see if this works. Compose, build. The problem is probably so fucking simple. I'm just not thinking. Okay, let's look at this. Let's read it myself. Fuck it. So entry point equals Docker point. Okay, let's see volumes. So we do scripts. Into and I'll hold you. It's a whole lot of work. Let's figure it out later. I kind of want to work on the code. Phew! Goddamn, excuse me. So it should come up with Postgres now. And we can connect to our Postgres database. Oh, shit. Beautiful. Both running fine. Okay, so now let's do pip install peewee. Don't even hack so high. It took me a minute to do that. Dog, I'm stupid. I don't think we need this anymore. Don't need that. I'm already liking this though. This is very nice and organized. So you got your main Docker file, Docker compose.env. The fuck is this? Got this. I don't know why that's there, but app. So boom. So extensions, database db equals Flask db, and it's a convenient little wrapper. It'll open up a database connection before every request, and it'll close it after the request is processed. That's pretty cool. Let's add this to my list of extensions to be loaded. Now, if we take the app down, it's not going to start again because there's no configuration for the database. So start. Now, if we do Docker PS, it's not started because if we go to it, or if we go to the container, it won't start because I don't know. Oh, I think we have to do up. Yeah, it won't start because number one, we have to rebuild it. So Playhouse and Pee-wee and all that could be installed, and it wouldn't start anyways if we had that installed because we need to add the database to our config. So config. We'll do a dev config real quick. We'll do we'll grab these variables from our .env. So db user database user equals osget.env. Call it db user just because. db name osget.env. Password demo user db name equals osget.env name development. Those are just default. They're not specified. So now we could do database engine equals. What engine was I using? I'm just gonna copy from here. This is Docker, right? Yep. Not their app. Config. And we'll also make sure to load our .env here. Pip install python.env. Alright, it didn't take me as long for that one. That's okay, so config, right? So dev database engine is gonna be Postgres. I want to say db engine. Name host port. DB host. I'm not even gonna put this in my .env because we're just gonna be running default. But we will make sure this is specified as an integer. 5432, right? Yep. And we'll actually make no default to that for this, because that's always gonna have to be specified. Alright, and our host, oh, this is port, db port, and the host, we won't specify that either because it's gonna default to db, which is the name of the Docker container. We'll call this Postgres setup. Postgres setup. Nice. So now in our dev config, we could do database equals boom. And what is this? Engine. DB engine. Which we can add. This is just a string, so we'll actually just put it right here. Name, DB name,
host, db host, port, db port, user, password, db password, peewee. I wonder if there's any nice ties we can have. Okay. Database name, user, password, host port. Okay. Register HStore. What's that? Alright, so I have a little database set up. We actually need to initialize the config from app config dev object dev config. Okay, now this should run. We have to do docker build or docker compose build and you can see it's installing peewee and whatnot. So now we do docker compose up service. Service. And boom. Now, as you can see, no errors. That means a database connection was successfully established. Like, we could double check. So boom. And yeah, so, that's not even the reason, but, so we do pass. And then it says missing configuration data for database. Yeah, so boom, that works fine. So that's the service right there. Take it down real quick. Okay, so how do I want to handle receiving? I probably want to use a SQSQ. We could probably use something like Celery. Or that might be overkill. Okay, so let's work on the gateway stuff, actually. So gateway. Rather, let's work on a database, I guess. So config extensions on models. So what's gonna be our first model? We'll make our first model a batch. Class batch db model pass, and we'll make a little convenience import for the database. How about no convenience import? How does that look? That's kind of cool. Okay. So what's a batch gonna have? So remember, we can't use any of our other models in our API here. So we can't use anything like user, no profile, no gateway. So whenever we're gonna have to, okay, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But hold on. So a batch is gonna have a name, and the name's gonna be unique. So name equals char field, unique is true. And usually we're probably gonna generate it with my old method. So like, let's look at how we were creating batches before. I had like a little convenience method. I think this was in my service class, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, first one. So yeah, we had the profile it was using, and we had the user. It's foreign key fields. We can't do that though. So we'll have name and right. So when a batch was created, we would usually call batch create, and we would like specify some things for one of my other versions of these projects. So pass, we'll do return super create query. We'll do if name not in query. We'll generate the name ourselves. Query name equals wow to do generate this. We'll just grab this real quick. So from utils helpers def generate batch name pass, and then we'll just call that here generate batch name. Boom. Awesome. So now we could call batch create, and it will create a batch with a unique name. Well, not now. We'll do this, and I want a suffix. As a matter of fact, suffix equals gen batch. So boom, import string, and then we'll import random string plus suffix. So let's make a batch view real quick. We're not going to be able to create batches in the admin interface, but we'll do it just for right now. So model view, and it's going to be a Pee-wee view, and the column, no, the form excluded columns is going to be name for right now. So admin add view batch view models batch, and from app import models, from batch import batch models, boom, models extend batch. Okay, this isn't gonna work right now. We have to create the models actually. So we'll do create tables models with db databases database create tables models, and we'll call this in our right here import all models and create the tables from models, import models, database create tables models, and we'll make something here, register all the extensions. And then now if we go ahead up the service, we need to install another package. Great, WTFP. We add that to my requirements. I'll install it here too. Just get rid of that message. We'll rebuild it, and once this is rebuilt, this should be running with no issue. So boom, Postgres driver not installed, right? What is that called? Postgres driver. It should give me like a package name. We could, yep, right here. I'm sorry. Hold on. I think it should be binary. Yep. Okay. One more time. Could not match two port numbers to one host. What does that mean? Okay, so let me see. Database. Config. Let's go to our config. Surround this. And base. There we go. I'll just put it right here. Okay, nice. So yeah, it's connecting to our database just fine now. So let's go over to our admin panel. Whoa, slash admin, right? So batch, let's create a batch, and no secret key was set. Okay, that's fine. That's an easy fix. Secret key is OSU random 24. Flask configuration. Secret key equals secret key. Debug equals true. Testing equals true since we're already in a dev config. That won't do much for us right now, but because of the fact we're running it in Docker, but whatever. Okay. A no value in column name of relation batch violates not no constraint. Okay, so let's make a route real quick. So I'll demonstrate how this works. So let's do routes test. We'll do test BP blueprint test BP root. Boom. Okay, gen batch. We'll do batch equals batch create. Boom. Because if I'm not mistaken, oh right, the reason why is because Flask admin does not use this right here, and that's okay because we're not creating batches in Flask admin. As a matter of fact, if we go over here, we could do can create equals false, can edit is false. We don't want them to be able to do any of that. We don't even need the form columns because there will be no forms. Anyways, back to my route. We'll do batch create. We'll do return created batch name. Okay. Register all routes from routes import test. From test import test BP. Test BP. App register blueprint test BP. Okay, so check me out. We will rerun the service. Oh, right. Okay. Test name. Rerun the service. We will go here first. Create a batch. It'll just generate a random thing, and then boom. If we go to admin panel, go to our batches. We can't create one now. We can't edit them. We can only delete them. And boom. So ID 3 and the name of the batch, and we'll add more cool stuff later. This is great. So Postgres is working fine, and yeah, this looks good. We don't really need this blueprint, but let's make a few more batches. So boom, create a few. Yeah, we made quite a few. We made 20 with those few clicks. Cool. How can I purge my Postgres? Can I just delete this? Let's stop. Whoops. Docker compose down. Okay, let's remove this value. I wonder if that's gonna reset the database. Huh. Okay, that's okay, because if anything, I know how to use the migrator if we want to edit columns later. We won't ever need to purge the database, not frequently anyways.
get this up and running. I don't know why it does that. I think it's because I don't attach .d. Booyah. Beautiful. Okay, we'll probably batch you. We don't want to see the ID. We don't much care about that. Column exclude list ID. Docker compose down service. Docker compose up D service. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what are we doing? Okay. So I think. See, so if we want to use SQS to send, we're gonna have to import SQS into the API. I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, we can write like a little convenient helper class. Or we could use the REST API. I don't know. I don't much want to do that. So let's see. Let's look at SQS. I don't think we need celery. Maybe we do. So how this is gonna work. So Flask sends webhooks like hang up and whatnot, and when one call hangs up, we need to start the next call. Now I already have an idea of how I want to do this, but let's see what ChatGPT says. I am writing a call service. When one call hangs up, I need the next to start. I'm writing this with Python. How do you recommend I do this? A webhook is sent. Then I need the next call to start. There will be 3 calls running at a time. So I want to use a bounded semaphore. Oh, that's what they recommended. Cool. So look, so bounded semaphore versus semaphore. Let me see. A semaphore can be released more times than it's acquired. So let me see. So if you go to gateway, we go to service. Call it call service. We'll do max concurrent calls. We're gonna put it to 1 just for testing. Max concurrent calls equals 1. Or max concurrent calls, rather. Fuck. So when the call is completed, we release the semaphore, and that will start the next call. So I was doing, so let's say we had a queue, process queue.
Okay, so I think the next thing I'm gonna do, I want to find out how I can do a call, man. Or not do a call. I'm trying to figure out how I want to design this. It has to be very nice. It has to be very smart. It has to be working at first, and then we could focus on making it very nice. Okay, so let's think here. Oh shit, it's 8:40. And then I saw I had to do something at 8. Well, I'm not doing nothing. Let's see. So we're gonna do self Q equals Q Q. We'll do self running equals threaten event. So self running, it's going to be useful in case we want to stop a batch. So let's say we had okay. Let's say we start a batch, class batch. Well, let's say we want to get a service attached. Get the service that's running the batch. Just so we can stop it. That's where a REST API will come in handy compared to okay, so I'll probably use a combination of SQS and a REST API. So I'll probably use SQS to transmit the data that we're gonna be calling. And I'll use a REST API to handle like force stops and whatnot. Set running value bool. Self running set if value of self running clear. So if value is true, we will set running, set the internal flag to true, else we'll reset the flag to false. Now my phone's on 4 and I don't have a charger, so I'm actually probably gonna stop the stream right here, and we will continue back when I'm at home. And we got a nice bit of work done in 2 hours we've been streaming. That's pretty good. So I started on the slave. I got a lot done with the API. API is fucking beautiful. Mwah. I'm pretty happy about this. Let's create a profile real quick. Actually, let's create a profile on the bot. See if it works. Profiles. New profile. Okay, it's taking a minute. Oh my god. Handle. New callback. Alright, we never wrote the look at me, I fucking started on this before I even got this. If okay. If response.get status does not equal success, raise API exception. Failed to retrieve profiles. Why would this happen? Profiles. I don't think this could happen. Yeah, if that did happen, we should raise an exception. Return response to get data. Okay, so the status is success. It's just, let's see, flame profiles. What's the problem? So that's returning the result just fine. I don't know why it's not editing the message. None type is not iterable. Wow, that was a completely unrelated thing. Okay, our API thing update completely broke profiles. Okay.
So we'll fix this before we get off for the night. So let's see, please enter me. So we don't need to accept that no more. Should work just fine. So let's go over here. Oh, that's weird because this looks exactly how it should look. Response. Start. Profiles. System profiles. Isn't this fucking wonderful? Okay, API is broken. That's fine because we did make some changes. There we go. Let's see. New profile. Cock. Okay, nothing happened. But do we have another one? Yeah, we do. That's the ID. And then got the name, greeting message, and all that. Perfect. Okay, so what's happening over here? Okay, so we don't need to look at that no more. Wait, is that returning the right thing? Hold on, start. Hello. Where are these print statements coming from? So we print in the profiles, all the users' profiles. Okay. That shouldn't have happened if there's a, no, okay, there's a profile named, okay, let me see. So stop this. So this should be fine. I think we're getting that consistently now. Just fucking uncomment all this. Just for it to stop working again. I'm gonna be fucking pissed. So boom. So let's see. So start. I want to have a shorthand command for this. You're not allowed to create more than 3 profiles. Okay. We're not even gonna try to go to existing profiles right now. I'm just gonna delete these. Great. So what the hell? Where did that come from? So we'll do refresh this. We'll do new profile. Hello world. Status success. Okay, that was created. Print profile. So it was created successfully, but for some reason did not print the message. Start. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we need to do. Okay, we weren't returning the ID. Can I actually just use the key name? Let me see. I can't use the key name because unless I just add that as the response. Okay, yeah, we'll just add this. We'll just add the ID to it. Fuck it. Now we should be rolling. It was failing to generate the keyboard because the keyboard uses the profile's ID. There we go. So now we can edit the name. Or we can't edit the name. That's great. Let's see why. Okay, we don't need that no more. We don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I don't even think we handle the existing profiles yet. No, we do. So let's see. Get profiles. Maybe this is bad call. Oh no, it's a good call. Response gets done. Does not equal success. Do we print this? Let's see. Print 0 print profiles. Let's run that. For profile. Print profile. Okay, maybe we just won't do the thick thing. That's not a choice. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure this out. Where's that one being printed at? Huh? Oh, I think that was me printing a profile. Where is that print coming from? There we go. Fucking everything broke some. So okay. Okay, we'll probably implement that later. Okay, so boom, profiles, new profile, cock. CCO is just as good. So edit name. Let's see why this is doing this. Probably because of this. If I had to guess, probably because of that. Or let's see. Print profile. Probably returning the wrong thing. Profile is none. Print parts 2. Okay, we gotta get profile 1. If response get status does not equal success, return response get message. Else if response get, or what do just data equals response get data. Boom. Return data. No exceptions. Profile. So the response is a string. We'll do text equals response. Return. There we go. Oh shit. Oh man. Right. This is going well. No name. Hello, demo. Got a degree in. Alright, profiles look like they're working again. There wasn't much to fix, you just had to fix the editing. I don't think we do anything with the right now. So get audio. You probably have to get the user. So what do users have? Class user. This is the bot, not the API. There's a gateway.
And the gateway is gonna have their worker URL. So the gateway is just gonna be a link to the ngrok URL, and what the ngrok URL is, it's gonna be the slave, and that's where all the audio files will be hosted. So like, let's do something like instance folder os makers, no, import os path as op. We'll do op join op their name file instance. Now we have an instance folder with an audio folder. Beautiful. We won't have a DB SQLite because the database is Postgres. Otherwise, this looks good. Let's fix this real quick. Then we do the same thing over here. Response equals. Yep. What does this route even look like? I don't even think this is a route. It is a route. It is return response.
test this out real quick. We're gonna have CCO open on this one, and then CCO open on this one. Delete this. Yes. I don't think we handle this callback. Let me see. Print call data. Oh, maybe that's what was wrong. Oh, we're posting, that's why. Let's see what happens when we try this one. Profile cannot be found in the database. Cool. A1, man. Fucking A1. Alright, so next stream we'll probably work on actually updating the value, sending the audio, and whatnot. Yeah, getting the audio uploaded. Shit, I'm probably about to go lay down for like 10 minutes, take a shower, do my responsibilities as a grown fucking man. Let's see. These should be getting removed from the database as we create them. We got a little demo, existing demo, delete, yes. Beautiful. All right. Thanks for anybody who stopped by. 2 hours and 40 minutes. All right, yeah.